was the only survivor of Flight 402, but after 30 days in the mountains, I wish I had died with the others. The silence after a plane crash is the loudest thing you'll ever hear. One moment, there was the roar of engines and the screams of 200 people. The next, nothing but the whistling wind of the Andes and the ticking of cooling metal. I crawled out of the wreckage with a broken ribs and a shattered spirit. I was the only one. 211 souls gone, and then there was me. For the first week, I waited. I built a signal fire using jet fuel and seed cushions. I ate the tiny packets of peanuts I found in the debris. I talked to the bodies of the people I had been sitting next to just to stay sane. Don't worry, I told a girl named Sarah whose eyes were still open. The rescue team is coming. I'll make sure they take you home too. By day 15, the snow had buried the tail section. My fire was out. My food was gone. The hunger wasn't just a stomachache. It was a monster living inside my skin, devouring my muscles. I did things I promised God I would never do. I looked at my fellow passengers not as people, but as fuel. I survived by eating the only thing available. I cried with every bite, apologizing to Sarah as I carved into her frozen arm. I have to live, I whispered. I have to tell your story. By day 30, I saw it. A helicopter. A beautiful, mechanical bird screaming through the valley. I used a piece of polished metal to reflect the sun. It worked. They saw me. They landed. Two paramedics ran toward me, shouting and crying at the sight of a living human among the graveyard of metal. But as they reached me, one of them stopped. He looked past me, into the fuselage of the plane where I had been living. His face turned white. He didn't see a hero. He saw a monster. You see, in my delirium and hunger, I hadn't noticed the tail of the plane had shifted during a storm on day 3. It had slid down a small ravine, hiding a massive, intact emergency crate. Inside that crate, just 10 feet from where I had been harvesting, my friends were enough rations, blankets, and water to last 5 people for 6 months. I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to touch Sarah. I had everything I needed to survive right behind me. But I was too blinded by panic to look. As they strapped me into the stretcher, I saw Sarah's mutilated remains in the snow. I realized then that I wasn't being rescued. I was being taken back to a world where I would have to look at my own face in the mirror every morning, knowing exactly what I am capable of when I stop looking for hope. If you want more dark and emotional Reddit stories that haunt your dreams, hit that subscribe button. Don't look away.